sure I get in the car. The main thing is this is the microwave oven air fryer. This is just my little drawer that goes underneath it. I need to get my fridge in there too. And then to power the fridge, I've got my 12-volt lithium battery in there and my 40 amp AC/DC charger. The AC/DC charger that I've gone with is the iTech World. It's a 40 amp AC/DC charger. You've got all your different profiles here, so you can change it for different types of batteries. Obviously, I'm using lithium, so that works well for me. It does say 40 amps, but from testing it, most of the time it uses about 30 amps when it is charging. That's what I've noticed. I don't know, maybe it's my cable sizing, not too sure, but that's what I've noticed. It's got 2 fuses here, which is awesome. So you know you're safe and you're protected. Nothing bad's gonna happen there. With my battery, I've got a 105 amp hour lithium battery. This is just the battery box that I put it in. I've installed this, which is a iTech World shunt, just so I can see it. It's like a little meter. It just shows me my percentage. At the moment, it's 94%. That's good because I also use this on my electric canoe. So when I take it out, I can just see, I can look straight at the battery and go, sweet, 94%, see it straight away. Opening it up, these are 50 amp rated as well. My canoe the motor uses a 50 amp motor. So they have to be rated to 50 amps. And obviously your charge is 40 amps. So you don't want these, sometimes there are 30 amps on the cheaper battery boxes. Make sure they're 50 amps. Otherwise you're gonna pop some fuses and burn some cables, and there's a fire risk there too. Looking inside it, looks a bit hectic. Like I said, they're 50 amps, those Anderson plugs. So they're the fuses for those Anderson plugs. They're individually fused at 50 amps, which is awesome. So if there ever is an issue, you can just swap them out. Like I said, it's the iTech World. It's the 105 amp hour version one. I've got 2 shunts on here actually. I've got the basic iTech World one here, which is just literally hardwired to that screen that you were just looking at. And I've also got a Renogy one here. It's not the most accurate thing, but what I like about it is it's Bluetooth, which means I don't have to go, when it's in the car right at the back, I can just chuck it up on my phone and see the percentage where we're at. Also, not only is it Bluetooth, it's also CarPlay compatible. So inside the car, I can chuck it on CarPlay and I can see the fridge battery percentage. But the app does need to be open on your phone for the CarPlay app to actually register that. So I'd like to update that one day, but for now, that's what it is. What else is in here? There's a lot of other stuff in here, but another main thing that's worth noting is this cable here. This is the temperature cable. So that goes into this AC/DC charger here. And that basically just tells the charger the temperature of this battery. See, it goes straight onto the positive terminal on the battery. So as that's heating up or getting too hot from discharging or charging, it's telling the charger via this cable the data on the temperature. So again, it's another safe precaution to have. You got to make sure you've fused everything. You got the right size cabling. This has to be at least 40 amps, ideally 50 amps or even more. So that's my lithium battery setup. That's how I charge. So that's the lithium battery I use. That's how I charge it with the 40 amp DC-DC. And that runs my fridge. So my fridge at the back has 2 ports. It's got the 12-volt port here, and it's got a 240 volt here, like an IEC cable. That's the fridge cable there. On one end, it's a fridge one. You can buy these. I did a bit of a dodge job myself. I mean, it's done properly, but doesn't look amazing. Anderson plug on one side, fridge port on the other side. So that can go straight into the fridge there, and the Anderson plug can go straight into the battery there. So that's what keeps the fridge on all the time, is this battery. This is charged via, again, another IEC cable, which is one of these, a kettle cord or jug plug, whatever you want to call it. That goes on this side here, to AC input. All right, So you plug that from there straight into your tub there with the normal power plug. Normal power plug you use, that plugs into your tub. All right, so that plugs into here. So when you turn your car on, that activates, which turns your charger on, which charges the battery via an Anderson plug. So Anderson plug goes out of there and it's temperature monitored, so you're safe. So when you're driving, that's charging up to 40 amps. All right, so in a couple hours, they'll be fully charged. Also, your fridge is always running off that. So when you stop and you get to camp, you turn your engine off, which means that stops charging, but your fridge is still running from your power, from your battery. And it's gonna run from your battery and just slowly draw it down. But every time you turn your tub on in your car, even if you're just using your microwave or your induction or whatever it is, you can charge. This starts charging straight away. And if you wanted to, you could just turn on your tubs. If this drained all the way down to 20%, say, you could literally just turn your car on and that will charge it up from 20%. It'll charge a 100 amp hour lithium battery from 20% to 100%, roughly about 3 hours. Let's just say it's charging at 30 amps per hour, 30, 60, 90. Yeah, in 3 hours, you've got that up to a full 100% capacity. So that is how I keep my fridge running 24/7. I keep it in the car and it's on the whole time. So this is kind of the stuff that's always in my car. Starting over here, this is my camp chair, always in the car. Induction cooktop, always in the car. This is my power bag. It's basically got my V2L plug here and a 10-meter extension cable here that also has power and USB ports. That goes inside my tent if I need that. This is always in my car too. It's just a basic little toolkit. This is it's not a cast iron pot, it's my basic cookware. I've got 4 of everything. Plates, bowls. I've got some coffee mugs. I like to use these because they're microwavable, so I can do hot chocolates and stuff with them. Good for coffee. Like to have a scotch as well. It feels good to have a scotch out of a glass, not something tin or any of that stuff. Same with the coffee. I just find it's worth having at least one of them. Little cutlery sets. Just have like your basic knives and your forks and everything in it. So that's 2 people and then there's 2 of them. So that's basically all my cutlery and everything in there. In here is just got all my other cooking stuff. Basically, I've just got 1 pan, which is this Solar Technics pan. Love these. You can put that on a fire, induction, anything. And then I've got my Cedar Summit pop-up pot. These are cool too. This is the bigger one. It's the 5 liter, I think it is. Again, that pops up into a big pot, so you can do pasta and all that kind of stuff in it. But they fit perfectly inside each other as well. I love cooking with wooden spoons as well. It doesn't scratch anything. And that's it. And that just goes in this little canvas bag here. That's for my cooking. So this stuff here is always in my car. I've deliberately left this open so you can put a lot of stuff down there. My induction goes in the side there for easy access. And then just behind it is the pot and the pan there. And then at the back here, I've got my power and stuff like that always kind of sit in the car. And then my cups and stuff all fit underneath there. And it all just takes up this little spot here. It's all my cooking stuff, and basically all my camp stuff is always set up and staying in there all the time. Now in this drawer, nothing in there at the moment. I'll show you exactly what I keep in that drawer. So for cooking, salt, pepper, oil. That's it. That's the basics. That's all you really need. A sharp knife, 1 sharp knife is helpful. This is my kettle. It's 240 volts, you plug it in. Boom, coffees and everything like that. Speaking of coffee, that's all I have in here is just some sugar, tea bags, coffee bags, basic coffee, tea and coffee. So kettle, tea and coffee, cooking stuff. Dishes, I use a pop-up basket. It's fantastic. And I use this Sea to Summit stuff. It's a disposer and a wash in one, so you can scrub things with it. Plus it's got the soap inside it too. This is what it's called, Wilderness Wash. It's a multi-purpose outdoor wash. It's good because it's a body wash, it's a shampoo, it's a dishwashing detergent, and cleans your clothes apparently too. So biodegradable concentrate, good for outdoors. A little bit of sanitizer as well, that's always good to have. So cooking, cleaning, everything there. This is for bugs. It's a thermo cell. You charge it up and then yeah, releases that fine, whatever it is, the odorless stuff that no one can see. Also for bugs, some Aero Guard, that's worth having. That's my bug protection. Lighter, in case you can't start a fire. Lighting, I've got 3 lights. I've got 2 head torches. They have a red function as well, which is super important, I think. And then I use this steady portable light as well. It's got a torch on one side, and then it's a lantern on the other side. It's rechargeable. It's got all your modes, like it's a torch there. If I hold it down, it uses that light. And it's also got a nice amber as well, which I use heaps. It's magnetic as well, and it's got a little clip as well, so it's multi-use. And then bags, some rubbish bags, and some big, large disposable storage bags. They're good for leftovers and things like that. And on that, so that all fits in my little drawer as well. So this is all the drawer stuff that I was telling you about. This steady light, I actually just keep it here because I use that for lots of things. I like having it there. I can just use it whenever I want. Always good to have a light handy. So here, open my drawer, it's empty. All my washing, cooking stuff, all in there, just like that. On the side, that can go in there. So much space in here. It's enough for everything I need. It's my kettle, it's all my bug stuff, some bug spray, coffee stuff down there too. Torches and some power. That's it. So that's got all my basics I need for camping all there. Right now, right there, there is a fridge, an induction cooktop, a microwave, an oven, an air fryer, a frying pan, a pot. I've got all my cutlery in there too. I've got all my cooking stuff here. I've got everything I need to actually go cooking, to go camping, actually. And it all fits in just that part of the car. I've got access to all these power points right now, anytime. That's Velcro. I can take that off, move it, put it on the other side if I want, wherever I want to put that. I like having the individual power points. That's very handy. And obviously the USB is very handy as well. When it comes to my tent setup, this is all I need. This is the RV5, Oztent RV5. It's a 30-second instant setup tent. I chuck that on the roof of my car. I chuck it on the rails. You'll see that in my videos. You'll see me use this in my videos. That's my main tent. This is a ground mat. I bring that every time too. I think it's very helpful. I use it a lot. This is my mattress. Can't recommend it enough. Exped. It's the Mega Mat. It's the Duo Queen size. What I like about that is you can put a standard queen size bedding on top of it. Standard queen size sheet cover and all that stuff, and it fits perfectly. So that's my mattress. And this has my blankets, my sheets, and it has a pillow in there. It's all pretty compact. So all this here is basically my tent setup, you know, what would be someone else's rooftop tent. This is my extras. I don't need this stuff. I don't 100% need it, but I do take it every single trip. The toilet. Lots of different types of toilets. I use the cassette. I used to use a chemical toilet. I didn't like the idea of keeping it all there and it's slushing around and stuff. It wasn't cool. I also keep this inside my tent. So this one has 2 compartments, one for number 1, one for number 2. When you're doing a wee, it goes in that compartment. In the morning, you can empty it and you can just put it back in there. No smells, nothing. And it's also not filling up in the number 2 compartment, which this is the cassette style. meaning you can put a bag in there. Once you go, you can take it out. So there's nothing ever in that unless you go and you take it out straight away, chuck it in the bin. So that's my toilet setup. I keep that in my tent all the time. Doesn't matter where I am, I can always go to the toilet. That's just a nice, easy thing to have. Good for the girls too. If you're at a busy campsite, using those drop-down toilets can be a bit tricky sometimes. A little table. Now, I've had a few different setups. This is just a really small, basic one. Works well for me. I think a little table is helpful. You don't need a huge trestle table. I used to have that. Now I just use my tailgate. Very easy to do. But a little table is very helpful. This is my grey water, but it's also a shower. It's a water tank with a pump all built in one. It's got this on top of it, which you can have your shower. I can use it for a shower. I use it to do the dishes, wash your hands, all that kind of stuff. I say grey water because I would fill this up with river water if I wanted to have a shower, or I could fill it up with river water if I wanted to wash the dishes and stuff like that. The drinkable water is a bit more precious. It's something you don't want to use all the time. This is rechargeable as well, so you just turn it on like that. Lights come on, it tells you how much battery you've got. It's got an inbuilt pump in it, good to go. It's got a charging port as well in there, so you can charge that. Very helpful, useful. This is my water. It's a 22-litre water jerry. This goes on the side of my car. You'll see this in a lot of my videos. Always accessible, always there. Only drinking water goes in here. I will not put river water or lake water or any of that kind of stuff in here. Don't want to contaminate it. It's just for drinking water. Again, if I'm going to wash anything or do dishes or even wash my hands and stuff, I can use that. But that's just for drinking. I think it's good to have a lot of drinking water and water dedicated just for drinking. If something should happen, you've got two to go to anyway. So most of the time, that's got drinking water in it as well. But it's good to have a dedicated drinking tap. This is where I mount my fresh water. Okay, so it's a jerry can holder mounted sideways. It's got 2 bolts, one up here, one down here. 2 bolts that basically mount directly to this rail in these little holes here. 2 mounts, I put them sideways. When you put them sideways, it's rock solid. It's not going anywhere. This is my 22-litre fresh water tank. Put that in there. It's easy to take out, refill it, put water in it, put it back in there. I've got a couple straps for this. One is just one of these, I think it's 600mm Oki straps, the rubber ones. That's not going anywhere now. That's fine. That's good enough for camping. I also have a little bike lock that I chuck onto. That's just so no one can take it. I've had other taps and on corrugation they've fallen off or they've opened, or when you're going off road and it's bumpy, the last thing you want to do is you get to your campsite and you got no water. This tap is fantastic. It's really secured. It screws in, so it's not going to screw all the way out. If you screw it in, it's got some nice rubber seals as well, so it's going to keep itself in there. And same with this. The opening is like a normal tap. It's a screw-in tap, and it's got a nice rubber seal, and you can adjust the flow. High flow, low flow. It's really easy. Works every time. You don't have to crank it tight because it's that nice rubber seal, and it's just not going to leak. It's never leaked for me. It's been perfect and it works fine. That's my fresh water system, always there. Take it on and out easy. I'm thinking about mounting another one of these on the other side as a jerry can for fuel. So for those longer distances, to have it kind of easy accessible and on the outside. Also, you could change it out for water as well if you're going for those longer trips. Now this stuff's really optional. In here I've got my pump, and so it's got my tire deflating kit, which is just one of those basic, pretty quick, but you got to do one wheel at a time. Again, you'll see that in some of my camping videos. If I'm going off-road, it's a bit bumpy and stuff, I might use that. And then for my air compressor, I just use one of these DeWalt air compressors. It's a bit slow, it's not that fast. I'm talking it might be about 7, I haven't timed it, but I'm guessing like 7 minutes per tire, which means to do all 4 of them, you're looking at about almost half an hour, 20 minutes. It takes a bit of time, but it's easy, it's compact, it's good to go. all fits in one little kit. That's for your tires if I'm going a bit more off-road. Again, if I'm going a bit more off-road, then it's a BYD Shark. It's not the Shark Performance. It doesn't have a low range or any of that stuff. I have some ratchet stuff here too, but I've got an extension kit and a strap, snatch strap as well for your recovery points, and a tree protector kit too, so I can make those two front points in the car or the rear point a recovery point in case I should get trapped or bogged down or something. If another vehicle comes along, they can get me out, and I've got the gear for them to help me get out. Doesn't even have to be a special kind of car. That's that. And then heating options, again, depends on what trip I'm doing. These are very optional. It's the Kick-Ass 500 watt panel. That's good if it's not too cold. If it gets below, say 10 degrees, I reckon that's not going to really cut it. But it's still a good heater. It's got the thermostat in it, so definitely recommend that for the not really cold nights. And then this is my Philips ceramic 2000 watt heater. They'll do the job. It'll use a lot of power to do the job though. So I normally run that on low, which uses about 800 to 1000 watts. I can keep that on all night. And I use that a lot. I've tested that in 5-degree overnight conditions in Victoria, and it's been very good, very efficient. It heats up my whole tent fine. That on a 5-degree night doesn't do it. It's warm, but it's not warm enough. It just dissipates straight away. This is pretty intense. You know, within a few seconds, it's already warming up the whole space. I also have an electric blanket as well. That's probably really good for efficiency. It's not going to use much electricity. It's not going to heat up the whole room though. So if you've got kids and stuff like that, or if you want to go into a room that's nice and warm, and sometimes it's nice to get out of the cold and just read a book or just chill out there in the warmness, these options are going to be better for you. Electric blanket is a good option, very energy efficient, and it's good for sleeping, but it's just kind of good for sleeping. It's not going to warm up the whole tent, but it will keep you warm at night. It's body heat, it's direct to you. The air is going to be cold. You're going to have that cold air feeling. Whereas with this or this, you don't have that cold air feeling. The tent's actually warm. I've got some videos using that and showing you that stuff, so check them out as well if you're interested in any of this stuff. For my awning, I've got the CSS Touring 270-degree awning. It's the max. It goes all the way around into the back. It's got the drop-down legs in it, which is good for when it's really windy. And it's also got the inbuilt LED strips. The only issue is with the built-in LED strip is there's a power cable for the front too, and then there's a power cable for the back ones too. So you kind of have some wiring that goes across and stuff like that. And they need a USB port. So unless you've got one already built in, I've got mine on the sides there. So I just run it actually reaches my little power board that I've got. But yeah, so you need to run a separate power cable for them. But it's a pretty good awning. I would recommend it. Not too heavy as well. And it's got a nice little drop sheet that comes down here that you can pack things in it and stuff like that.